Hey, all right. It's really dark. I'm shooting at night. I don't really know why. Just so I just come out from my boss fight. It was really good actually. I managed to make it happen. Um, and honestly, like I just got lucky. But there's a lot to be said, and I just don't know where to start. First thing first, I might gonna try to make it in one video, but it's gonna be a really long one, so bear with me. I know quality is bad, but bear with me. uh, so I wanted to come back to the train yard. It's been a while, and I missed it. I don't know if you can see it well. Maybe its quality is gonna come out all pixely and black, but you know how it is. All right, so I had this conversation with Null Inquisitor, and okay, so it all started with the Game Master Toolbox. He asked the question of insurmountable odds, like do you bring in the game stuff that cannot be achieved by the PC and stuff that therefore the PC needs to do something else, otherwise they're gonna die or they're gonna fail tremendously and bad stuff gonna happen. And then in my Burning Wheel game, I reached this point recently where we were about to have this big boss fight, and the boss and so oh shit, check this out. If you've been watching this channel for a long time, check that guy out. Do you remember that guy? Yeah. Anyway, so we reached that point where there was this boss fight, right? So it was tonight. It was this afternoon, and I asked this morning. I shot a video this morning, and I asked, how do you do boss fight in a satisfying way? You don't wanna become pleasant with the PC. You don't want to become pleasant with the player, and you don't want to have the big deception of doing a total party kill on a boss fight neither. But you don't want to be fudging dices. So what do? How do you deal with that? And this is the heart of war. Like, this is a really important topic, and this is really tricky, and for a lot of people it's not, but listen to this for real. If you are adjusting yourself during the fight in order to make it less hard to give a chance to the PC, you are cheating them. You're not cheating them necessarily by fudging dices, but maybe you're not making the optimal choice. And if you're not making the optimal choice, therefore you are trying to give them a chance because you want them to succeed. So why are you doing this fight anyway if you want them to succeed? Now, you can always say and discuss the idea that it's not about succeeding or not, it's about how you do it. And all the range in between. But at the end of the day, it's all about why are you playing in the first place, And I had this conversation with Null Inquisitor today about this, and we agree, but it's kind of like I know he he has his group and he does his thing the way he does it. So I don't want to talk about the way he does it, but he said, "What do you want?" Like, if it's your last boss fight, you've been playing for a year. Like, do you really want to kill these guys? And for me, it's a no-brainer. It's like, I don't want to kill the guys, but I don't want to fudge the dice, and I don't want to, and I don't want to play the villain differently that the way he should be played. So if if these guys has to die, they have to die. You know what I'm saying? So it's, and I'm, even if I don't fudge the goddamn dice, I'm still gonna be like doing that end of God bullshit on them, you know? And me as a game master, I won't be satisfied if they end up winning. The only way for me to be satisfied if they end up winning is if they manage to beat the goddamn guy. And without me fudging the dices and without me playing easy on them. And man, this is, for me, it's huge because it changed the whole dynamic. It's the Runeslinger made a video recently about this when he did his recap of his Mech Warrior play-by posting, where actually, you know, his character died, and he was so happy that the GM let him die in the battle. You know, he got killed in the battle, doing what he loved to do. It was so tragic, but it was what, you know, he was happy because he didn't felt cheated. Isn't it? Is there anything worse than being cheated on your last fight with the boss? And now, you saved the day. Well, yeah, I'm all happy. But you know that the GM got, you know, fudged the dice, or, you know, played it not in an optimal way, you know, didn't play it in the way it should be played, kind of thing. You know, you notice some behavior that, you know that you could have killed me there, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know that you could have killed us there, why you didn't, you know? And then you find a bullshit excuse to explain. Yeah, fuck that shit. So for me, it's really important. And I was talking with Loud Inquisitor, and it's been a while since I thought about this issue, because it's been a while since I reached a boss fight or a really crucial moment like that in the game. I mean, on this level of importance, like I had today. And, you know, look, so anyway, this is the story. So I told the story about this dwarf about to kill that lich on that plan, on that plane of existence. He was about to get that axe, you know, to save the day on, you know, to big story. Anyway, long story short, so he was with two PC with him to kill that lich, and so I played it hard all the way in. I did it, gave him a chance. I gave there was like 2 or 3 different ways. At least 3 different ways to kill that lich. It was really powerful, but there was like weaknesses, because I put some weaknesses, really tricky little stuff that if he thought he could have used to kill it faster and easier. But he didn't. He went bananas on it, didn't think about anything. He just went in, it like that. So the two PC that was with him died, and he ended up almost killed. He was like, I don't want to break down the Burning Wheel rules, but he was about to be killed in a lock in a fight. It was a choking hand spell, just like Darth Vader, you know. And then and then he managed to use his hero points with his Hartha in Burning Wheel to fuel the fire, tapping in his greed, and he escaped that luck. Then he came back with a luck on the lich, and he used the rest of his Hartha point in that luck, and managed to actually lock and the lich down to exhaustion and chop his head off. We didn't. I cannot fudge dice in Burning Wheel. There's no GM screen. It's all open. You cannot fudge dice. You cannot. I didn't play it easy. I was doing spell like choking hands and white fire, like rain of fire, of meteor fire on that guy, and he managed to kill it. He was about to be killed, and all the other guys were dead. And we were so happy, And the thing is that we were happy because he knew that he was about to be killed, you know what I'm saying? And I knew at a certain point I was like, I'm gonna have to kill that guy. He's about to be dead. And like, give me 2 rolls and he's out. And it's over with that character. And this is it's the hero, you know. There's a couple other characters we have, but this is the big one, really important stuff we were dealing with here in the mega campaign we have. And so, you know, I know what it is to be like deceived, like when you have a deception. You know, I was deceived, to be like feel bad about that as a GM. Like, maybe he would have been a little frustrated in the at first and be like, oh, your lich was too hard. You know, I would have been, you know, it is what it is. You should have escaped. You know, I would. Well, this is a really important topic. You know what I'm saying? It's not about my story. It's about the topic. Dice first. You know, for me. And I was talking with Null Inquisitor, and for him it's like one of the distinction between narrativist and gamist. But you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it's the reason why you play. Like, why would you give this guy a chance? Like, I mean, and I'm just talking about, you know, those big important boss fights. I'm not talking about like fighting with minions. Nobody wants to die at the hand of a minion or a dire rat in the woods. You know, that's just, if that happens. I mean, I think it's different. You know what I'm saying? I would say it's different. There's something wrong if you die in a dire rat encounter, and at the same time, if you are dealing with dire rats, like, what kind of game are you playing? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's something, I don't know. It's complicated issue. I'm not saying that you're fighting dire rats is bad, and that's not what I'm saying. I think you get the point. So the whole idea is dice first. If you are not respecting the dice results, like, why are you playing? Like, I don't know, man. I'm an uppy, man. Where are you? I need your help right now. Like, for real. It's I just tryna understand. It's tonight I was super happy that he made it. I felt like, you know what? I did my best. I did my best to design that lich, and I did my best to kill you. And you beat it. That's some good shit. And if I would have killed the guy, I would have been, you know what? That's why we played. That's the reason why we did it. You went after something that was too much for you. And it's an old topic, it's an old issue, you know. But for me, it's like, it makes the difference between at least 2 type of gamers out there. The one that have the we play for fun rhetoric, and the one that need that urge, that need that reason to be doing that thing. Because when you play for fun, you know, maybe losing is not fun, so it's wrong, should have fudged those dice and make it look like you did it, you know, and in the same conundrum we discussed last week. Or you're the type of player or the gamer that these dices I have in my hand, they're gonna seal my destiny, and then you roll them, and then you know you fail, and then you have that rush. And you know what I'm saying. Some of you guys out there, you know what I'm saying. like that rush of before the dices and you hold them in your hand, and after the dices. For me, it's all about that. Dice first, and the more and more I've been gaming, it's been like 3.5 years now. I've been gaming an RPG, and I start to realize, for me, it's dice first, and I would feel really cheated if I have that sense that people are fudging dices. Anyway, how do you guys feel about dices and being true to the rules and the faith of the randomness? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you feel about that? All right, thank you for watching. Talk to you soon.